Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ARC Canadian Park Grand Prix. Today, I'll be the commentator. My name is Spitslam, and I'm here with Luis Ramirez. Apparently, I'm not with Luis. No, it's fine. He'll come back later, if he will. He was definitely dealing with some stuff. We are still in practice. Well, at the diamonds of practice, as you can see, track limits don't exist. Welcome at Mosport, one of the most beautiful tracks we have seen yet. So it's very hilly. It almost reminds me of a track I have in my own country. So my track is maybe longer, I don't know, but definitely very hilly, very fast and flowing. Maybe it will produce some very good racing at the track, which is 4.1 kilometers long, located in Canada, which is not quite regular for IndyCar, but it's good enough for us. I can definitely agree with that. So, Mosport, a track founded in 1961. It has not a lot of turns, just, I mean, quite a lot. not quite a lot. Not that much. It hosted the F1 Grand Prix in 1967 and it alternated with Mont Tremblant. But unfortunately, or fortunately I should say, Mont Tremblant had financial problems, so until 1977, from 1971 to 1977, Mosport was the official host for the Canadian Grand Prix here. Well, here. The first win for F1 was Jack Brabham, but let's not talk about F1. That's more safe towards the evening for this year's Mexican Grand Prix. Now we are here in Canada in Mosport with the IndyCars. As you can see, the grid of 17 people, with some will still join. It will definitely be fun to track with having FIA grades 2 and it's been permanent. It's fine. NASCAR uses as well, so if it's good for NASCAR, good for us. We are definitely expecting some race. Well, definitely everybody is expecting racing, but side-by-side racing. As now we see AJ Nico going up a little bit, so it will be fun. As you can see, lap times are around the 1 minute mark, so it's kind of the same as St. Petersburg, but not quite similar. Well, St. Petersburg was faster. It was the first race of the season. It was a mess. Practice now ending with Martin Matko having the fastest lap with just 2 thousandths faster from a 1 minute 01, which amazing. So the question is now, is Louis in the room with us?
That I am. Thank you for having me, Spitz. And warm welcome to all of our viewers of our beloved ARC IndyCar Championship, the oldest championship in ARC history, the place where it all started. And for the first time ever, it is coming to Canada for the Grand Prix of Mosport at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, a pretty unique circuit as Spitz has been describing to you guys. Pretty high speed, pretty
Flowy,
complicated.
hilly.
Yeah, flowy. Pretty complicated to manage, especially if you're trying to follow another driver with dirty air. Drivers have been talking about that, how hard it is to follow. We could see qualifying that's about to start to. It could matter a lot for these drivers because track position is going to be king today, as usually is with this type of race cars. And hopefully, our drivers put on a great show today, and we have a good race to enjoy.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. So the amazing thing is we actually might have to return of a real life safety car, not just of virtual safety cars that we had last time I was here. So I'm definitely excited for some racing. As we heard, it kind of will be like Monaco, but I think the overtakes, there should be plenty of overtakes on this track. It seems quite wide.
Yeah, so the issue is the track is wide, but it's really hard to follow, especially when you're coming closer to a car and there's dirty air and you have that overspeed from the draft. So you're going faster than usual into a corner and you have less downforce, so it becomes quite complicated to follow. And also, I would like to apologize to our viewers. Right now, we are experiencing a little bit of buffering on the stream, and we are hoping we can fix that quickly.
We definitely hope we can. I'm not watching the stream, I'm focusing on what's in front of me. So, there you go. As now we go on board with DIVEBOMB. Through the first hilly sections, he didn't come out as one of the first guys. So, now on the back straight. will we see maybe Dylan Baum come back to the top? I heard he won Michigan, so will he again show displays of dominance off oval?
Definitely last race at Michigan, he and his teammate Sebastian Ball right now want to win the championship. Seem to have an edge over the field, but right now, what we're seeing or what we've seen in practice is it seems Eclipse Shadow Racing and Martin Matko are the guys to beat today, and it seems Dylan is actually struggling to find himself at speed on the racetrack. He's been a couple of times slower than his teammate Sebastian, so this could be a more complicated than usual race for him.
Okay, that's some insight into the team background, like right there. As well said, Champion Racing Inc.'s Dylan Baum is winning the championship as well. His team as well, Sebastian Ball right behind him, talking about the championship. While Dylan Baum is going in to the S's and then into whites. Right now, finishing his lap. Let's see where he ends up. Going onto the start finish straight. There he goes. Shoots up into 7th only. Is quite surprising for the championship contender right now. But okay, let's talk championship. Looking at the standings, the drivers' championship stands like this: Sebastian Ball being first by 4 points from Dylan Baum, who is second. Oloron, mate, love that name. Our Swedish king, Oloronifemi Bloom, who is a rookie as well, has 121 points. Fourth is AJ Nickel with 114 points, and 10 points behind him in 5th place is White Cormier. In 6th, Matthew Webbs. P7, Ivan Levlin. P8, Oliver Sarafin. P9, Luis Ramirez. And P10, Martin Matko, who will definitely climb up the positions as he's 1 point behind Luis Ramirez, and Luis is with the box tonight. I cannot talk. Is in the box tonight with us, so seems like Matko will have some fun climbing the championship. Now, on to the team standings. Champ Racing Inc. is first with 391 points. Second is Ruby Fox Racing with 285 points. P3, Eclipse Shadow Racing with 249 points. P4, Rebellion Autosport with 225 points. And P5 is Team 44 Racing with 218 points. In P6, Racing Lines. P7, CL7 Racing. P8, Valkyrie Automotive. P9, Auto Performance SRV Amateur, I guess, AM. P10, Rebellion Vanished. So, definitely seems like Champing has... I'll call them Champing, it's better for my tongue. So, Champing definitely has quite a big advantage in the team standings, but looking at the driver standings, it's quite close. So, I'm hoping for a good race and a good championship to come. We are just at the 5th round, if I'm correct. Yes, I am. So next time around, we're headed over to Indianapolis, but let's not get over ourselves as Sebastian Ball now going from whites to the start finish straight, now finishing his lap, shoots up, doesn't shoot up anywhere, stays in 3rd. So almost half of quali gone, and Oliver Sarafin is first with the amazing time of 1 minute, 1 second, and 11 thousandths. So that's an amazing time, I would say.
Yeah, it seems like Oliver and Martin have separated themselves from the field here at the start of qualifying. They were also 1-2 in the practice session, so definitely the two guys to beat in qualifying right now. And as we talk, Sebastian Boy is improving on his lap time in the first sector, so he could be one to look out for, as he's pretty close to them right now.
That's very much true. We have to get over to the live timings because I forgot that there were live timings. Nah, I'm kidding. So not very good laps, as I said. Sebastian Bull now shoots up into second place. Very well done by the Jamaican driver. So, as I
And
say that, Martin Matko just sets the fastest first sector. So, let's switch over to Martin, and let's see now going from Quebec, from Moss. Now, yeah, from Moss, now onto the Mario Andretti straightaway, which just the Andretti straight is faster. Now, the large straight, the back straight, most of the overtakes will happen here with push-to passes as well. Drivers have 10 push-to passes for the entire race. Now, onto the S's. A very fast speed, you can see the mini hills there, it's very cute. Onto the white, where the pit entry starts as well. That's someone into the wall, maybe that won't affect the lap. It definitely won't, and now he's just up into first with 1 minute 0.9. Fastest first sector. Ronnie has the fastest third sector. The best lap time held by Martin Matko, which is also a record. And as I say that, Sarafin goes faster by 8 thousandths.
where did that come from? He didn't improve in any of his sectors, and he goes to the top of the leaderboard by just 8 thousandths of a second, as you mentioned.
That's a very good question. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Well, we know where he go. We didn't know where he comes from. So Oliver just shoots it up in the first place like a mystery, but it's very close. So I think we might even see more or better lap times than there are. So I think Matko can bring more out of his setup. We have seen a faster time in practice. So it's 4 minutes left of qualifying. Things will get interesting.
And right now, what we're seeing is our championship leader, Dylan Bam, he's struggling very deep down the field in 11th, as well as 6-time IndyCar champion AJ Kneckel in P10. So the two drivers that finished first and second in the championship last season are pretty deep in the pack right now in qualifying in a track where passing might be hard for them.
Right now, as Louis was talking, Dylan had a large case of oversteer, which is not very good to see on a qualifying lap. But I said, AJ Nicol, who is 10th, and Dylan Baum, who is 11th, is not very good spaces with 3 minutes of qualifying left to go. So AJ Nicol now, I don't think he will improve his lap time because of the oversteer. He doesn't as well. So this is going to be scandalous if nothing happens. Seems like Sebastian Ball will be carrying the team on his shoulders. But my question is actually, Louis, is someone in your car tonight?
Yes, actually, we found a replacement for the number 23 car for today. That guy is Fraser Hart right now in P6 on his ARC debut as a rookie, so pretty good pace for a debut performance for him. Definitely a quick driver, has been winning in some other events in a course, and he's definitely one to keep an eye out for the remainder of the season as he takes over the 23 car.
Can you give us a little background check on what are his achievements?
So Fraser Hart is coming from the endurance side of Assetto Corsa. He's been driving in league side racing in Portugal, and he recently won the 6 hours of Fuji in the overall classification. So more of an endurance driver, but it's pretty clear he's quick to adapt, as he got the call just an hour before the race, and he's doing pretty well as it is.
So very talented driver, all the way from the British Empire, as I will call it, because I'm bored. AJ Nicol, who was on a quite faster lap and shoots up into 6th, just surrendering Dylan Baum to the 11th position, where he still is. Cameron Lopez in 8th place is on a very good lap. Well, not a good lap, seems like he's on an out lap. Sebastian Ball shoots up into 1st, with the first time being under the 0.96. So Sebastian showing even better pace. than we thought of eventually.
Now look at the difference in the top three in the standings right now. Just 12,000 separate the top three in qualifying right now. That's nearly unheard of. I can only think of the 1997 Perez race in F1 where there was such a small gap between the top three in qualifying.
I remember when there was none, which was Michael Schumacher, Jackson Villeneuve, and don't know the third guy. But it happened on Manicoa, so that's an amazing track as well. Unfortunately, we won't be on Manicoa since IndyCar is an American championship. Maybe, or if I'm right, double checking, maybe we'll won't see an F1 in a Assetto Corsa, but it's not very likely, unfortunately.
Okay,
So,
and right now we're seeing Dylan Bam has just gotten barely into the has barely crossed the line in time to set another lap in qualifying. Same for AJ Kaneko behind him. So Dylan and AJ are on their last laps of qualifying, trying to improve their current positions, as well as Cameron Lopez, who is setting pretty good lap times. He goes into fourth place. Now in the third sector are coming Dylan and AJ, the last two drivers to cross the finish line to set our final qualifying order, and Dylan goes through the last corner and into ninth place. Barely improves. AJ doesn't improve his lap time, and that is the end of qualifying for us now.
that's the end of qualifying. AJ Nico still somehow on track, even though he already ended his laps, but he is not flagged by the system, so he's going back into the pits, and that's the finish of qualifying. Sebastian Ball, a masterclass of qualifying, 1.0.957 is an amazing just, and 0.12,000 being the gap between the top three. So these three will duke it out in a race which has, don't know how many laps because I'm dumb.
40 laps.
40 laps. Well, this will be a long race to be sure.
And
Let's hope we don't get a pile up turn one.
sorry for interrupting you, but I'd like to tell our viewers that we are currently working on the buffering issues for the stream before we start the race.
Okay.
Ok, ¿qué te parece si entonces grabamos la carrera en diferido y después la subimos? Es que si hacemos el live stream, no sé, los comentarios no se equiparan a la carrera. A ver.
The stream is fine on my end.
Ok, ok, entonces está bien. Ok, ok, está. Okay. So, as we work on the buffering issues, we unfortunately won't be able to host any driver interviews today. So, after the race ends, we will be shortly ending the stream.
Well, that is quite unfortunate. But it happens to the best of us. Well, tonight we are starting as always. We are starting with the one and only rolling start. So waiting for the flights to lash and for the safety car to go into the front of the pack? Or is the safety car going into the front of the pack, or is it not?
It is not going to the front of the pack. The field will roll off on their own.
Let the lap start. The formation lap. 2 file lines will have to be formed to start the race on the start finish straight. So we are waiting for some very much fun into turn 1, and my question is going to be like now, Louis, who will lead into out of turn 1?
I honestly think being on pole is a big advantage into turn 1, with it being a corner where you don't brake, you don't barely lift. So whoever has that inside line and whoever has the ability to launch their off the restart with the best reaction time will have the best chance of leading to turn 1. So my pick will be Sebastian Ball, who's right now on pole.
That's a very good prediction. So we'll see how that prediction fares against the one and only Oliver Safrin and Martin Matko, who are right behind Sebastian Ball. Well, as I say that, Oliver Safrin is side by side with Ball, going down into turn 1, as now they round the S's. Of course, the first race is clockwise, so Serafin will be at an advantage going into turn 1. So my pick is Serafin will lead out of turn 1, but we will now see as the cars go on to the start and finish straight, side by side, everybody there. 90 kilometers per hour, and the green flag is on. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing as Sebastian Ball dominates the track and goes into turn 1 very well over Safran. Right behind him, Cameron Lopez, no doing funny business as a little bit of grass cleared by Oliver. But now I see Bloom just sending down into first place from 5th there. Dylan Baum already on 6th place from 9th. A lot of driver changes happening right now. Dylan Baum being the biggest climber of lap 1 for now. Fraser Hart also still stays 7th. That's very consistent of him. But I see a battle for the lead. Sarafin and Ball side by side. As you see onto the straight, seems like Sarafin has the better acceleration out of Moss. Will we see an overtake? We will not. So already Andretti straight side by side. Push to pass may have been used by Ball. I don't know the difference in speed. But there you go, onto the S's. Serafin is in lead not from turn 1, from the Moss corner, and he leads into lap number 2. And that's a crash into the pit lane. Very serious. Seems like Arthur Brellan doesn't have his day today. Will be crashing onto the straight. AJ Nickel now looking for a way to find for Oliver Bloom, Mikhail Danilov. Taking the wide line and trying to find a space for, well, not fourth, to overtake Hart. But now Bloom seeks that second position. As I say, that Bomb is trying to overtake AJ Nickel from outside onto the inside, onto the Moss. Can he maybe do something? No, he can't. But then and Roney is definitely trying to do something as well to Dylan, but there are no gaps, as said by Louis. The track is sealed shut. It looks wide. It isn't. So a lot of stuff happening. Serafin up front. Vargas now battling with Cameron Lopez. Can Lopez maybe maintain position? Can he? No, he can't. On to the S's. Yes, Cameron can maintain position. And now on the end of the S's and onto the white corner. Definitely well done. And the show must go on. Louis, what are you saying on lap 1?
Pretty interesting lap 1, what we've seen so far.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ronnie with huge amount of oversteer thought he was going into the wall. I'm very sorry. You can continue now.
Okay, so something we all missed. Martin Matko, who qualified third and started on the outside second row, he clipped the grass at the start, went straight into turn one and hit the wall. So Martin Matko not only lost all those positions, but he has a good amount of damage on that car right now. So disastrous turn one for Martin, who had pretty high hopes for this race. And another interesting point to talk about in lap one is we saw Oliver Serafin and Sebastian Baugh battling for the lead, but
Whoa! That's a big crash. I'm very sorry again. Martin Matko got clipped the grass or something as I saw and jumped with the car and got sent over. Don't know by Arthur Bellin or Vargas. Don't especially know who it was, but that damage is insane and this will definitely ruin his race. As we see DIVEBOMB now almost trying to overtake for AJ Nickel, but nothing he can do for the not fellow countryman, for AJ's home track. So
after reviewing the crash, it seems Martin clipped Felix Vargas, and as he lost control and tried to save the car, Ignacio Martin came in from behind, had nowhere else to go, and unfortunately, bad goes to worse for Martin Matko. A disastrous start of race for him.
As we was talking, around the outside goes Ronnie Matanen. Very well done. Seems like Dylan is losing pace or letting his teammate catch up. Maybe they'll play a little bit of a train. Ronnie, a move of his lifetime through the S's and into white, goes into the top 5. So Danilov will now try to find a way through DIVEBOMB's teammate Frank. I don't know if it's Frank. For Hart. But now that's a really poor exit from the corner, so nothing will happen on the straight.
And a small issue for Wyatt Cormier, he goes wide into or out of Moss and hits the outside wall, drops a few positions. So Wyatt Cormier, who won the Watkinson round, now also in trouble, as well as his teammate Martin.
As we see now, Hart and Danilov are fighting for the position. Not anymore. Hart spins it into the wall again. So may have been caught. Ooh, that's a very unsafe region, and that's someone outbreaking themselves. That's Vargas outbreaking themselves into the white corner. This stuff is getting, well, very interesting. Seems like the drivers are overshooting the corners and don't know where to overtake, as Fraser Hart will now be defending from Arthur Bellin. Seems like the 2-hour race, or I'm sorry, 1-hour races will not be the very best things for the endurance driver. Ooh, that's a lot of grass taken by Arthur Bellin now, looking onto the inside, onto the Moss corner, but nothing he can see there. Logged down is the corner right there, and Cameron Lopez with Jeff Booth now almost side by side, doesn't side by side. It seems like Cameron has something built for the straight, a setup very well done. Now that's an SC, don't know from where, don't know how. Very surprising, but this may come down to racing quite a bit as Fraser goes into the pits. Car 2 receiving significant damage. So who? DIVEBOMB?
No, the safety car has come out for the incident between Fraser Hart and Mikhail Danilov, where Fraser Hart lost the car and hit the wall, and as he was rejoining out of control, he hit Mikhail Danilov pretty hard, sent him into the pit road. So the safety car has come out as per the ARC rules. If a car were an incident where two cars are involved and one of them receives significant damage, that is a safety car.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. So Danilov finds himself behind hard again. So hopefully there will be no further contact. I would like if we would maybe get to see a replay of the crash, if it would be possible. Yes, of course it is. Our technic, Jose Manuel, is doing God's work and will show us the crash from a point of view perspective. So now you can stop it. Ooh, okay. So that's very interesting. Can you back it up even more? Seems like Fraser had overshot the corner quite a bit. Goes onto the grass, doesn't touch the wall, but just straight send it into the pit lane, and that's what caused the crash. Danielov went right into the pit, and Fraser decided to continue somehow. Well, Louis, what do you make of that incident?
Obviously not something we want to see happening, especially with how hard it looked for both of the drivers, and it seemed like an honest mistake from Fraser, but nothing either of them could do, and definitely something that can't be chalked down to anything more than a racing incident.
It definitely isn't a racing incident, but maybe unsafe rejoin is, well, you cannot brake onto grass. That's unfortunately a rule for racing that applies in real life as well. So the grid bunched up again. Will we have a repeat of lap 1? Well, nothing bad happened on lap 1, so
You should be. We would like to take a look at the turn 1 incident for Martin Matko, where he slightly clipped the grass and went into the wall. I think that's something to look at.
yeah, go back, go back. This is after this. That's the most corner. Yeah, and like from here, and Martin Matko to car number 3 in third position, now 17th, which is very unfortunate. Okay, now normal. Again, on to start, finish straight. Give me the point of view. The point of view, yeah, that's better. As now we see, now, again, on, ooh. And then outbrace himself, ooh, that's clean, nothing happened, that's his own mistake, but that's gotta hurt a lot. You're one of the contenders for the win of this race, and then just this one mistake messes it all up. Well, maybe he can claw back, but we will see. So, if that happens again,
it's still ongoing, but it will be ending this lap.
safety car in this lap, and stuff is going to get interesting from P17 to P7. Martin Matko definitely just lost on the start. A lot of positions, climbed up 10 of them, which is pretty impressive in 8 laps. Yeah, 8 laps. Dylan behind him, Hart behind him, Wall behind him. So a lot of people pitted as well. Bloom second, AJ Nicol third, Sarafin first, and there we go. Do we go? No, we don't. And now we go. Very interesting start from Sarafin, but worse for him as Ignacio Martin will now try to attack Jeff Booth. Will we maybe see some overtakes here and there? No, we will not. Now, from, I forgot the name, onto the Moss corner we go. The large uphill and the downhill of this course. Can we maybe see an overtake now into the Moss corner? No, Martin Matko doesn't send it on Ignacio Martin, but he does. Ignacio Martin sends it on Jeff Booth, and that's a very clean overtake. Almost seemed like Jeff Booth was just letting him pass. Just opens the door and lets him through. So, getting back to here, from Quebec to Moss, so at least I know the names. Now, onto the S's, onto the whites. Yes, the corner is called whites, it's not racist. Thank God.
And a small incident behind Fraser Hart taps the back of his teammate Dylan Bam, goes off the track again in the same place he did before the safety car, and he loses from 8th to 14th. So bad safety car restart for Fraser Hart, the rookie driver.
The rookie driver definitely not having a very good race, but Danilov having as he overtakes Vargas. Now on to Dylan Baum, who is right behind Sebastian Ball, and Sebastian Ball will try to overtake Ignacio Martin now into the Moss corner. Hugs the inside. No, he'll do not do anything, and he even can't. Safety car numero 2 is on his way, and the safety car, what is it for? It's technically for the bomb at Fraser, right?
No, it happened at the back of the field. Felix Vargas taps into the back of Mikhail Danilov and spins him out. Definitely something to look at in the replay, but pretty surprising this ended up being a safety car. It seemed like the whole pack had cleared the incident and there wasn't major damage, but uh interesting call from this towards the race controller for sure, but definitely a decently sized incident between the driver.
Yeah, now we see this is a side-by-side Felix Vargas and Danilov from Clayton into Quebec. Oh, there it is. I wouldn't call that safety car worthy incident.
Oh, I see why. Danilov flipped.
Oh! Okay, that's why. So the race control still staying within the rules, as when a car flips, it's an automatic safety car. So the fans cheering on the racers. So lap 13, second safety car, almost halfway there. Will we see anything more, anything less, as we had been abandoned by the one and only Luis Ramirez? So I'm here on my own. Hope I'm good enough for you guys. I actually hope. So the stream being way back, and a lot of people going into the pits. That's Sarafin, Bloom, Nickel, Matanen, Martin, Colin Dirt. That's a lot of people, with Louis being back. Hello.
So the race controllers have been informed of a violation. Dylan Bam, during the first safety car period, pitted on their closed pit lane. He will now have to serve an end of line penalty in the safety car restart.
That's very interesting to hear. Dylan Baum being relegated onto the bottom, onto 17th position. That's a very amazing thing to hear. A very good thing for Matko, who is first right now. I don't know if that maniac has even pitted yet. Yes, he has. Well, yeah, of course he has, for damage. So.
And something impressive as well, Sebastian Baugh has gone back into P2 after pitting under last safety car period.
And he pitted. So Sebastian pitted under an open pit lane, and Dylan didn't.
Yeah, Dylan pit under a closed pit, and Seb pitted when the pits were officially opened.
It's amazing to hear as the leaders now go on to the start-finish straight, and Matko just starts the race like that. No way he's getting anyone past, and Pavia and Alan Velen are already fighting, and that's someone falling down the grid like a sack of bricks. Nuno Pavia from the top 5 to the top 15. Mikhail Danilov now, that's AJ Nicol and Mikhail Danilov. Danilov onto the wall, well, into the wall he goes. Colin Dirt somehow first, he's into pits. Mikhail Danilov discounts from the server. Martin Matko still first. AJ Nicol trying to keep his place. Fraser Hart in 6th, even though he had those 2 big crashes. And Dylan Baum, where is he? He's 11th. Good to see Ronnie Matern also dropping like a sack of bricks. There he goes. AJ Nicol will now try to attack Bloom as he already does. Side by side into the S's. A little bit of grass cleared by Bloom, but not much. Pavia is trying to overtake. It seemed like he's trying to overtake, so he actually didn't. So it's good enough. Oliver Sarafin in 6th position after being under a safety car, and the racing will go a little bit stale, but it will still be here as Cameron Lopez and Sarafin and Bloom will try some tricks or pull some aces up their sleeves to overtake on the straight into Mosport, into Clayton, on the under straight, Quebec, Esses, or any corner with that particular name. As I say that, not Dylan Ball, Sebastian Ball overtakes Martin Matko somewhere into Moss corner. As I commentate right now, you can overtake one of the corners right there. Matko will now try push the pass into the S's from the outside. Nothing he can do there. So then switches onto the white corner. No, it's still the S's. Now onto the white corner. Maybe he can do something into turn 1. We will see. But losing it into the Moss corner is very sad from turn 1. Now into Clayton to uphill. Then you go straight downhill. And then you go again uphill into Quebec. I said it's like a roller coaster. You keep moving up and down, side to side. I cannot sing. I don't know if YouTube actually takes that as copyright. Onto the Moss corner. We go. Martin Matko is very far away. 0.3 is the gap into the Moss. Now a hard braking zone. It's kind of a double apex, I can say. Now onto the Mario Andretti straight. Dylan Baum is attacking Jeff Booth, and Jeff Booth lets him pass, and Dylan Baum just races onto the Mario Andretti straight with Jeff Booth right in the slipstream, I wanted to say, but now he pulls over side by side. He goes. He has the outside. Dylan Baum has the inside for the S's. Maybe we'll see some fighting. No, we want a little bit of hesitation by Jeff Booth. Makes the race and not very well. Bloom and Hart are racing, and Nicol joining the fun. Hart dropping like a sack of bricks by 2 places from 6th to 8th. Not a very good sight to see for the Champ Inc. fans, as Dylan Baum is currently leading the race, and Sarafin now attacking a very close fight, but sending White onto the grass. Go Lontamo. Yeah, Lontamo. I cannot talk. Go be a lawnmower. There you go. White Cormier not having the best time as Matko loses another position to Cameron Lopez. Again into the Moss corner. So maybe we have now seen the most crucial part, or the part where Matko makes the most mistakes.
I think the issue for Matko right now is those are
Whoa! Who is in the wall? That's Dylan Baum! Dylan Baum, that's having suspension damage as well. We don't know what happened, but that might be the end of a race for Dylan Baum. His suspension is completely out of this world. It's in a bad way. That's race done for the guy who is currently second in the championship, but seems like he will go into the pits and try to drive, or He will maybe try to drive the most he can right now with the broken suspension. Or he has to go into the pits, right?
Yeah, for sure. Unless a safety car comes out in this very lap, he'll have to drop into the pits, probably lose a lap at this point, as he committed the crash in.
Whoa! AJ Nico getting bumped by Serafin. What was that move? That's completely illegal if I'm correct. That's a safety car to be sure. And Dylan is lucky. What?
And it seems so. What's happened here is the same mistake that brought out the first safety car. Um, the driver on the inside, clipping the big curve in the penultimate corner and sending Oliver right into AJ.
Well,
That was
that's
big
where.
contact. That's now three drivers who've made the same mistake at that same turn. Fraser Hart, Dylan Bam, just before this incident between Oliver and AJ. The exact same corner. That's been the trouble spot today.
Can we actually see Dylan Bombs crash? Well, yeah, crash. Because Dylan is 14th currently.
And
So
do we know if Dylan Bam has fitted for his repairs?
currently don't know. We will see after a replay. Because first, I want to know how. Wait, you need to go backwards. Yeah. There goes Dylan, and oh, it's right here. He clips the inside with the grass. You can, yeah, like this. He has a very good line, but clips the inside curb a lot, sends him flying into the wall, and this corner is the reason that this track is great FIA grade 2. It definitely seems like it, and this just totals his suspension. Thank you a lot. That's self-made mistakes is the theme of this race. Seems like it. So yeah, just it's very unfortunate, and that's a very good movie shot. If someone wants a poster, there you go. Three wheels off the ground. This interesting. That's just wow. Okay, back to the race, or to the safety car, I should say. Or the safety car is not anymore, is it? It is. The safety
Yeah,
car is still
the
on.
safety car is still out. People are now pitting for their repairs and their tires.
Yeah. Mikhail Danilov comments into the Discord chat, just no. So he's definitely not satisfied with the race. Or how has it turned out for him in general. So very sad to see it turn it that way for him. But it's not the worst. It could have been worse, but he decides that his race ends here, as AJ Nico is. What is AJ Nico actually doing?
AJ Connectable is serving an end of line penalty as he is one lap down from the incident, having to repair with a closed pit road.
Makes sense.
Uh, so right now what we're seeing is the driver who has a end of line penalty, he has to slot back into the end of the longest line, meaning behind all of the other drivers on the racetrack for the restart. As Dylan Bam has an instant under the caution at the hairpin.
It seems like catching up the safety car is pretty hard for on the track. Well, you're technically just hot lapping, so I don't get the issue personally. As Sarafin like mumbles it, but safety car in the slap, and the Dylan and Colin Dirt have to just pelt on the metal to catch up to Q.
They will be getting there. The main pack is right now coming into the back straight. Dylan Bam and Connor Dirt are finishing their second one, so they will be there for the restart.
Currently as well, the fastest lap belongs to Ronnie with 101.727, which is 200 faster than Bloom in first place. And just to see that I'm not talking any rubbish, I am correct.
The pace car is coming in right now. And Dylan Bam again having trouble under safety car. Has to go green again here at Mosport.
Dylan Bomb into the pits as we go green. Martin Matko is trying to make a move down from Cyclone. Well, yeah, from Cyclone into Quebec. Quebec being an uphill corner maybe will produce better racing than we expected. Now, from Quebec to Moss being named after the legendary Sterling Moss, as Jeff Booth sends it down onto the inside of the Moss corner, showing us the why has this been made and what happened.
I believe the safety car has come back out as Arthur Ballon rejoined the track unsafely under safety before the safety car restart. And that's the reason why Dylan Bam was off the racetrack, and I believe Arthur Bellin is going to be parked for the rest of the race.
Backwards. That's forwards. Backwards. Rewind. There you go. That was it. Oh my god. I have no words. Arthur getting not a slap from the wrist, kicked from the race. No more of your shenanigans anymore.
And
So,
the main reason for this is Arthur Bellin is today coming back from a 3-race ban for the incidents caused in St. Petersburg. So a very short leash he had for this race, and now he sees himself out of it.
Arthur Bellan being banned for the entirety of the season now is surprising to say. You have one more lap of the safety car.
AJ right now getting one of his two laps back, as he's currently two laps down. He can unlap himself once every safety car period.
Oh, very close to the wall he goes. Unfortunately, it's not that bad. Currently the fastest man on track, AJ Nickel. Yeah, I could do that stuff, but nah, it's fun. Now on Quebec, up into Moss, Still Your Eyes. That's the name of this track, technically, because it's endless hills. I feel like you almost don't go down onto the Andretti straightaway. This will be a very quick one lap, or how in the speedrunning community which exists for Mario Kart V, it will be called a flap. So, one quick flap for AJ Nickel. Now, being at the same part where he disconnected from the pack, and he goes straight into the pits, which will prolong our safety car period for one more lap. Probably.
Correct, as the field wasn't able to punch back up by the end of the second sector. That means we are, regardless of AJ pitting, we have to do one more lap under safety car.
It was a very quick pit from AJ Nickel. So now a lot more people pit, like Oliver Serafin. Well, he's the only one. Seems like it. So Bloom finds himself in 10th. Roney first, Martin second, Matko third. Things will be fun. With Roney being first, has Roney ever won a race? Okay.
The safety cars should be separating themselves from the rest of the field, as he is now coming into the pits to finish the safety car period.
The safety car period finally ending as we near the last 14 laps of the race. So there you go. Now Roney first, Martin second, Matko third, Baugh fourth, Booth fifth. Now we start the race into turn 1. Roney maintains his lead. A very well done start by Ronnie Matanen. So Matko now onto the offense he goes. Ignacio goes onto the defense, but Ronnie will have to defend as well, as Clayton and Quebec seem to be the deciding factors right here. Maybe going on board is a better idea, as I see Bloom dropping like a sack of bricks onto 14th place already. Don't know the problem right there, but let's keep on with Matko and Sebastian Ball, who is currently trying to attack Matko right onto the outside. Well, technically the inside for the next corner for the assist. There he goes. Let's not make the same mistake as everyone else onto the real bumper. That's where Matko is trying to get himself on, but Ball very aggressive defending, and Roney just disconnects from the race, so dropping like a sack of bricks. There he goes. Bye bye. Martin now going onto the race. Matko making a little mistake onto final corner. Jeff Booth now overtaking Martin Matko from that mistake. So very not Gucci as, but I'm old. Jeff Booth goes very on the outside, and Matko has the inside. So Matko will try and do again now from Creighton onto Quebec, and Wyatt is now trying to attack as well into the Moss corner. First is this unknown left-hander, then switches onto the outside into the Moss corner, just sends it on the inside. This is how we do it right here. And White claims 4th place. Dylan Baum takes 6th place from Fraser Hart. Hart in 7th, where he started. Very well done, Cameron Lopez now wants to join the fun. There he goes, right behind Fraser Hart, who overtake Dylan Baum. Matko overtook Cormier. Fraser just sends it into the S's very well. That was a very good apex. Ronnie Maternan, that's a shame he actually disconnected. Bloom, 11, right behind him. Dirt, who is 12th, and who is that? That's AJ Nichol unlapping himself from Dirt, and Dylan Baum now in 7th. Right behind him, Cameron Lopez, right behind Lopez. Paiva, right behind Paiva is Serafin, the one who qualified on pole position. So, lap 30, 11 laps to go into the most corner. We send it as Dylan Baum is getting a little bit outpaced by his teammate. Not only by his teammate, but Paiva seems to be outrunning Lopez. Or Lopez, Paiva. Now, onto the next turn. Will we maybe see something? As they spin round, that's a contact for real. And that might even include a safety car. Yeah, as predicted. Safety car on. 10 laps to go. It's 9 o'clock. CEST. FP3 free practice ended. Oscar Piastri first, throwing it out there to the guys who are watching the race. So back to the drawing board, back to the safety car. So safety car period numero 4. 4? I'm talking rubbish. 1, 2, 3. No, it is 4. So I am rubbish at Spanish. Matko in 3rd place started first, second. Don't know actually anymore. But now that means AJ Nichol is on the leading lap, which is very good for him. That's a full course yellow, as you can see. Amazing stuff. But unlapping himself, pitting on a closed pit road. Car number 5, Cameron Lopez, 1 lap down. That is very sad to see. That's a lot of people disrespecting the closed pits.
I think so. What happened is Cameron was involved in the caution and he had to pit for the repairs, which is fair. That's a good reason to pit under a closed pit road, but the rule still applies. Even if you have to repair the damage, you will have to restart at the end of the line for that.
Makes sense. Was he? Oh, interesting move by AJ Nichol. Didn't want to risk it with the pits, so he waited a little bit to know his answer, and as well as he left, he got his answer. The pit lane open again.
AJ
I don't
Connected
think.
is not yet in the lead lap for the safety car, sorry, the pit lane opened, so he was unable to enter at that point.
Yeah, I totally get that.
See our race leader Sebastian Bow into the pits. A few other drivers hang out hoping to make it on fuel. That's surprising to see. Sebastian not able to make it on fuel. That's gonna be costly in the championship fight as he's gonna drop from the lead very far back now.
a lot of lead changes, a lot of crashes already happened. With DIVEBOMB being the center of 2 crashes now in 2nd place, starting from all the way in 8th position. The climb has been quite easy as everybody pitted, but it has been a climb as the leader is 8th. Jeff Booth, the current leader, Sarafin, will not make it easy for DIVEBOMB, that's for sure. So one more lap of the safety car.
Yes, and I think we're gonna see a lot of aggression and a lot of close racing on this restart, as there's a few drivers who are going to be looking to make the most out of it. Dylan Bam, of course, wants to try and take the lead and separate himself from the pack, but at the same time, on fresh tires, Ignacio Martin, Sebastian Bohr, and Martin Matko, they were 1, 2, 3 before the safety car. Now they'll restart 7th, 8th, and 9th on fresher tires and the top 6. So they're going to be pretty aggressive trying to make up the spots. Meanwhile, AJ Kneckel is back on the lead lap, so he's also going to be aggressive trying to get a better finishing position. So all in all, we're in for a pretty interesting restart that's going to happen with 6 laps to go in this race.
Six laps to go will be what's left. And I am quite, I don't want to say disturbed, that seems weird, excited for what's going to happen as a safety car is going in this lap. Booth first, Bomb second, Serafin third, Paiva fourth, Bloom fifth, Dirt sixth, Martin seventh. Martin already starts the train of fresh tires. So let the games begin. I guess that's
something to keep in mind about for defense. Jeff Booth right now has 9 push to pass uses left, and Dylan Bam has 10. So
where do you see that? I wonder as well. I actually don't have.
So take it all with a grain of salt, as I might be guessing, but we're about to go green now.
And we already are green as Jeff Booth just starts off in the white corner as well as the safety car disappears. Jeff Booth just spilled to the metal. There he goes, Bloom onto the 4th position. Yellow still somehow being on. I don't get why. So overtaking should be technically illegal, but let's ignore that. Ball now onto Martin. Ball having the fresh tires. Paiva, as I said, not very good driver's dirt as well into the wall. There he goes. Might that catch another safety car? Not very sure. We will see once as Matko and Sebastian Ball are making their way from Ignacio Martin onto the Moss corner. Matko will not do anything and go right behind Cormier in 8th position. Stuff is getting more and more sensitive. Around the outside again. The push to pass seems like to be working for Ignacio Martin to fresh tires as well. Now just sends it. What's... Ooh, interesting camera. It's not bad, it's interesting. As Matko continues into another lap in 6th position. DIVEBOMB getting really close, and AJ Gnickel for Ignacio Martin as well now side by side from... not Daytona, I'm sorry. From Clayton into Quebec, then straight into Moss. He goes. Very well done, as Fraser Hart is right behind Vite Cormier and is looking for a place to attack as well. And right now into Quebec he goes. You can see the right, the 23 car right behind him from Moss onto the Andretti straight, onto the S's right behind the back straight. DIVEBOMB is very close to J Booth. 0.1 is the gap right now. We have to see what happens onto the S's. The gap widens again from S's into the whites onto the start-finish straight. He's very, very close. He can sense the first position at his fingertips. 4 laps to go. And nothing he can do. He just sent it into every corner, but it seems like Booth has the track locked down now. That's amazing apex by Jeff Booth. And Bloom is now turning into the hunter. Dylan Baum from hunter to the hunted. The seasons change as Sebastian Ball sends it into the wall. Don't know if there was any contact there. Doesn't seem like it was. Matko, 5th. Safety car, still not out. As Bloom and Serafin are very close to each other as well. Bloom now sees the potential of his second place, of knocking the few places down of Dylan Baum. So maybe he can see something. That's the push to pass you are talking about. Takes the inside for the assist. That's a very clear overtake by Bloom. But now Dylan tries to send it around the outside for the assist. Now the inside for the second S. And then onto the wise. He has an outside. Nothing he can do there. As Booth still first. Dylan Baum relegated into third place. And Serafin now looking for his third place. Nothing he can do. That's grass, mate. You shouldn't be racing on that. And Serafin getting closer and closer. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. As 0.3 is the gap from Clayton onto Quebec. Very wide lines by Serafin. Seems like the tires are working pretty much. Cormier getting close as well. But let's keep it on Dylan and Bloom. As Bloom is getting closer. The battle for P1 is between P1 and P4. And the push the passes will be flying left and right. As we'll be approaching the penultimate lap. As Bloom is trying it. Round the outside he goes. He gets the overtake down. Now he is first. Into the S's. Nothing funny will happen here. Jeff Booth relegated into second place. As I say that, makes a mistake in the S's. A safe rejoin is all that's needed. Matko into 4th position. That's where he wants to be. And Dylan Baum now fighting for the lead. Penultimate lap. Here we go. Whoa, that's a stop and go for speeding. Very interesting penalty indeed. And 10 seconds is a lot. That relegates him onto the bottom of the grid. That means Matko is into position. So Dylan, depends if that penalty will stay or not. As now we'll go on to Matko and Serafin. Serafin is getting quite far away from them onto the Moss. That's a mistake by Matko. Not very well done. Jeff Booth will try to capitalize of that. As I say, Dylan Baum will try to overtake Bloom. Will we maybe see an overtake onto the front, onto the lead? Andretti straight away bringing some chaos. The S's bringing some chaos as well. Racing being very, very close. Dylan Baum side by side into the S's. Not the best formula you want to have. Seemed like a little bit of contact was done there, but not enough to unsettle the car. From the white, Dylan Baum leads into the final lap. We go. Serafin joining the fun as well in 3rd place. This battle seems to be not a little bit messed up right now as Bloom tries to defend more than attack. Drops by 0.5, which is a lot. As Serafin will try to overtake from Quebec. Now into Moss. The last lap will maybe produce some even more drama. Amazing apex by Serafin. Push the pass is flying left and right. Go, 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 go. Matko also getting close to Serafin. Serafin will have to watch his back as well. But maybe he will not have to. Now he goes, tries to overtake on Bloom. 0.2 is the gap. You definitely have to pace. Goes onto the inside for the assist. Sends it right in there. Very, very close. Almost a little touch happens there. Has the inside, has the outside. As Bomb sees the flag right in front of him, sees it fly. He wins the Canadian Tire Grand Prix. Serafin, 2nd. Bloom, 3rd. Matko, 4th. AJ Nickel, 5th. Martin, 6th. Lopez, 7th. Ball, 8th. Hart, 9th. White Cormier sends it into the wall. May that affect his race? No, it won't. He will end in 9th place. As no, in 10th. Hart is 9th. Don't know what happened there. Vargas, 11th. Booth, 12th. Dirt, 13th. Paiva, 14th. That's very close racing for the last couple of laps. Wow. Dylan Baum takes the lead on the penultimate lap in the last corners and maintains it throughout the laps. Bloom didn't get to defend and ends in third place. Louis, what are you making of this last lap?
That was a completely crazy last restart. We saw Sebastian Ball, like I said, being very aggressive on the start, passing Martin, who was the first car on fresh tires, and then he goes off completely by himself in the midst of the title fight, while Dylan capitalizes on the mistakes of Jeff and Bloom to capture a very unlikely win, even when he doesn't have the best pace, even when he gets penalties, he has to go from the very last car on the field. He somehow manages to pull it off. I mean, it's pretty rare to see this happen. And also a great battle at the end between teammates Oliver Serafin and uh, Olorun Femi Bloom. It's a pretty great race overall, in my opinion.
It was a very good race, so very well done by Auto Racers. So, will we have interviews? Will we not have interviews? It's your call, Louis. Respecting whatever. Also, Victory Donut by Dylan Baum with another lucky victory.
I think we should try and have interviews if possible. I don't know what.
I agree. Let's have some interviews.
I
So
think we need to. Okay, we'll have some quick interviews with our podium finishers. I'll drag them here very quickly.
I always do the top three, so just Dylan, Sarafin, and Bloom will be the ones, if they want to, in the interviews.
Would you be able to drag them? I cannot drag them right now.
We'll try to. First, we'll contact them so they know, so we just don't grab them and they're confused or in middle of a sentence while they're swearing at each other, because that actually happened once, and it's not a very very good thing. So we are dragging in Dylan first. There he is. This is our race winner, Dylan Baum. A very good overtake on the penultimate lap. How are you feeling?
I'm just utterly beside myself on how that even happened. Today did not look like it was going to be a very good day from just not having that good pace and the penalty early on, but we got ourselves on the right strategy towards the end of the race, and we fought hard. If if it wasn't for Bloom making that mistake in the hairpin complex, I would have just been happy to take second. But I mean, that's got to be one of the best overtakes of my entire life, right there. Definitely one I'm proud of, and definitely one I'm gonna look back on time and time again.
Okay, let's drag in our second driver, who is Oliver Serafin, who ended in a beautiful second place. Hello, Oliver.
Hello.
It's amazing second place. A lot of mistakes happening during the race. What are your feelings for maintaining and finishing in this very place?
I think I got lucky with the safety cars, but during the restarts, I made up loads of places. Yeah, great racing on the last lap as well with my teammate Femi, but yeah, mostly luck with the safety cars. But yeah, I think I chose the primaries on the last lap, and the alternates had gone away for some people, so I think on the last lap I had the edge.
That's very good. Also, we'll return one of our favorite questions once we'll drag in our third driver, who is a lot on the Femi Bloom, our Swedish king. Hello, Mr. Swede. How are you happy with your third position?
Not really, no.
Sorry about that.
Well, that was fast.
Well, to be fair, you know, at the last 5 laps, I was, I think, around P5, P6. I was lucky to make up those first 2 positions, and then somehow I got to first. But fair to Dylan, this guy knows how to race, and he did me in on that straight. I couldn't really do anything. He squeezed me to the side. I don't want to crash on the last lap. You know, fair play.
Very well said. And now, the return of our third question. First starts Dylan. How many push the passes do you have on from the start of the end of the last safety car?
Oh, I had all 10.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't that bad this race. I only had about 4. You know, because I kept using them on the starts of the safety car restarts.
I think I actually used all 10 during the race, which I'm quite proud about. I've never done that before.
And Dylan?
I had all 10 left when we came to take the green flag on that last restart. I kind of forgot about them and then remembered that I should probably use them.
The thing is, I don't get how you guys are so fast when you're not using one of the faster components of the car, but yeah.
The Chapots isn't as good as you might. It only gives you a few tenths of a second, really, and that's it.
So, how did you find Mosport? Let's start with Oliver.
I think the track is amazing. Like doing practice laps, I was up to speed in like 3 or 4 laps. Loads of fun, but on the track there's about 3 sections that actually make up time. So there's the turn 4 or turn 3. That's quite a difficult track, and then the double right hand is really tricky to get right. The car wants to lose the rear all the time because the elevation changes all the time through that turn. It's really hard to predict. And the final section also really important because after the start finish line it's flat out for 25 seconds. So if you mess up that final turn, you've like lost a good half second.
Good to know. Dylan, how did you find Mosport?
You know, when you're by yourself, it's a great racetrack, honestly. All the high-speed sections just flow together really nicely, and it's just a great track to drive. But when you're behind someone, you're in a pack, you're in dirty air, my god, is it painful. The car just plows and plows and plows forever, and you can't stop it. So that sucked, being in the pack for most of the race, but otherwise, it's a fine racetrack, and it deserves the reputation it has.
That's well said. Now, to our third place, the most unlucky driver in the top 3. Bloom, how do you find the track?
Yeah, if I do say so myself, that is a fine track. It gets the adrenaline going when you're going through the fast corners. I think there's very low margin for error, really, especially in the first sector. Going to the grass, I did spin, somewhere in the race. I did end up spinning because of the grass. But I love that track, to be fair, because a lot of high-speed corners. I personally think there was a lot of places to overtake, although it was only a 1-minute lap. Good racetrack. I loved it.
Yeah, so a lot of reviews. Now, the last question, which are personal. Dylan, what about the mistake in the last 3 corners when you got a little bit onto grass? What did you think about the race? Do you think that it's over, or do you have hope that maybe you could come back?
I did think he was just gonna run away, but I just kept my foot in it, just sent it, and thankfully the stars aligned in our favor, and we were able to get back into a position to make the pass for the win and then go on and finish it out, win the race.
For Oliver, I think if I remember correctly, you also had a crash in the S's. The S's were quite deadly the last 2-3 turns. So
Yeah.
what happened there?
Yeah, that was with AJ. Yeah, AJ had a run. I closed off the inside. I was not expecting him to keep it 2x2, just to keep it to side by side on the last section. And I didn't realize this when practicing, but if you're on the inside coming up to that section, the inside curb is blind. You can't see it at all. So I ran into it. My car pretty much got catapulted across the track and hit AJ. And yeah, we both had to pit for damages after that. I will probably be getting a penalty.
Okay. Then to be fair, Bloom, I don't know. You didn't have a very clear mess up for the race, so I actually don't know what to ask you.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. You know, that's just driving masterclass. That's you can't teach that, can you?
Well, thank you a lot, guys, for tuning after the interviews. Hope you definitely seems like you had fun on the track. We had fun in the commentary box, so thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week at Indianapolis GP.
All right.
So those are our top 3 for the race. I've been our commentator for the night. My name is Spitslam. I've been here with Luis Ramirez.
Thank you for having me in the booth today, Spitz, and also a thank you to all of our partners to make this week possible. The Racing Rats, IMB Racewear, SteamLeaguePro.com, AJ Connected Designs, and I'm forgetting something. My bad.
And all of the amazing artists who done their skins. Thank you a lot for
And
watching. I hope to see you next week and have a good week.